Welcome back to part 2 of the Book of Life. So, tracing our experiences backwards and finding their root is great, because when we do, we gain the ability to begin to undo them. But, even better than that perhaps, when we see them, we begin to believe. We begin to know that, holy cow, we are indeed causing everything we seem to experience, pleasant and unpleasant. And that is empowering. And with that knowing comes the ability to begin to change the things that we do not like and to loosen the chains that we have placed on our own lives. And so this is my wish for you today. I wish each of you would begin to pry one eye off your storyboard so that you might gain perspective and be able to read the story you're writing. Don't think that things are just happening to you. Don't think that you have no say-so in those things, because though you are indeed the leaf, you are also the river that brings that leaf all it experiences. So start learning to read your book of life, tracing the events of your life to their roots and seeing that it is indeed your hand there, that it was your thought or desire or fear or belief that gave rise to them and brought them forward. The experience you had was only the fulfillment of your request. We get all bogged down in the means of fulfillment. We do. We get drawn into the drama. But what we are experiencing is only the tools that you have used to harmonically bring you whatever song that you are secretly playing. That's it. And you may rewrite that song. Change the notes. It's your song after all. This is your life, and this is your book of life that you are going to begin to read starting today. No more mere reacting to experiences on your storyboard. Look at them, trace them backwards, and see how they got there. Once you find that root, you may water it if you desire it to grow, or you may nip it back, or you may decide to remove it entirely. It's up to you. So, from now on, when someone pisses you off, don't just get mad. When someone insults you, don't slink off into the corner and lick your wounds. Instead, read your book of life. See that these people are messengers of some belief that you hold within about yourself and your world. Don't shoot the messenger. They are only there with your permission, with your engraved invitation in their hand as fulfillment of your belief. It is true. Find that belief, and if it does not please you, well, change it. Because that is the true cure for the things that you don't like on your storyboard. Find their root and change it. What will begin to happen to our world if everyone learns to read their book of life? If everyone stops shooting the messenger and instead finds the root the messenger grew out of within themselves and removes or modifies that instead, what would happen? Can you feel the peace that would enter this kingdom of our existence? I can. Can you feel the healing that would pour forth from all sides? I can. Stop just reacting to your storyboard. Stop thinking that you are helpless. Begin to read your book of life, and you will expose the gears of your world to your amazed eyes. I promise you. So, don't shoot the messenger, folks. Instead, learn to read the messages that they are faithfully delivering to you per your request. What you have done to and for another, you have always done to and for yourself. So, as you free yourself, you free them. And as you curse them, you have cursed yourself. This is true. What you have done to or for another, you have done to and for yourself. I hope you begin to read your book of life. Words fail me here, believe it or not, and so I won't even pretend to be able to even point to what the full harmonics that this event would bring to each and every person on this planet of ours. But there is tremendous expansion accomplished through this one little act. And it's beginning to happen right now. This is the doorway through which you can bring this into your world and make it home on your storyboard. This is your story, and you are both a character in the story as well as the author. So don't just react, don't shrug and take what comes if it doesn't please you. This is your story. You can continue to write it in your sleep, or you can wake up and take ownership right now. But it is always your story, either way. So read your book of life, examine it, see the hand holding the pen, and recognize it as your own, because it is. You are the author of your life. Prove it to yourself by tracing the events of your experience backwards to the roots of your hidden beliefs and fears and thoughts and desires. Because when you do, you have begun to free yourself. If you choose to ignore this, you will continue to write in your sleep. But it is always you and only you who may say what is written in your book of life. Asleep or awake, you are its author. And we write from our heart. We just do not fully realize all that is buried in our hearts. And that is why we must learn to read our book of life and recognize what is there, because your world is your mirror. We walk in our thoughts every day. What you are living and what you have lived is what you have written so far. The question is, what will you write today? I challenge you to be brave enough to read your book of life, because when you do, for the first time, you will truly begin to own the life that has always been yours. You will hold the pen, and you will see that you are the one who imprisons, and you are the one who sets free. It's all up to you. Examine your book of life. In it, you will uncover your face and your heart. Trace the contents backwards into you, and you will find the spring from which they make their way into your world. Learn to read your book of life, and you will show yourself your own divinity firsthand in a way that could not be denied. And when you see, you will no longer write fitful dreams in your sleep that you go on to live in the light of your day. You will begin to wisely write what you want to see. I offer you these thoughts for your consideration. Please join me for the next Libertine video called Blessings.